All right, welcome back to another interview for Rushbeat Media. I am here this time with Mr. Ficast himself. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm Phi Cass, Phi CS2, Phi Yu-Gi-Oh, or just Garrett by some.
Okay. All right. Well, I have been asking everybody as the first question to kind of get them all into it. It is that time of year. What is your New Year's CS resolution?
Make YouTube videos, make money.
That's, you know what? You pretty much have hit right on the vein of what my next question was going to be. Over the last year, you've made about a dozen videos about various topics surrounding Counter-Strike, from the longest CS match into the more recent one about the Bad News Eagles. What goes into picking those topics, and can we expect more this year?
It's mostly from like me experiencing the events. I think I have a huge advantage in like coming up with Counter-Strike stories because it's all in my head. I've all seen them. So, but a lot of these stories haven't been told before, or they aren't going to be told in a very good manner, in a presentable manner. A lot of these like video ideas come from me seeing another video out there and I'm like, I can do better. I can do a better job than this. This can get more views. This can even like break outside of the Counter-Strike audience to be visible to anyone who just enjoys gaming. So a lot of just like, I can do better, I can improve, and I like using my skill set to be able to do that.
Amazing. You've been... Oh, hold on. That's the wrong question. Where was I? I lost my thought. Sorry. You've been following grassroots CS in NA for a few years now. What about the scene keeps you working so hard to get all the content done?
Wow. I think a lot of like North American Counter-Strike, there are so many storylines that don't get told, and I think I can do a good job at like telling such storylines. I think one of the first videos that I came back from a very long hiatus. Let's say I was working on a Yu-Gi-Oh channel in that time, but my first video coming back from the hiatus was talking about Lake and JBA, and even that video did all right, comparatively speaking. So a lot of stories don't get told, and I like really enjoy getting myself invested in the stories here in North America with all the up-and-coming players, or the old guard, or even just like being an NA fan, like cheering on M80. Don't add another German player, I swear.
Yeah,
That's the rumor.
that's there. I saw that it was like breaking the one player's like broke his leg or something. That's why they're like standing with a German or something like that. Yeah, that just dropped in the last few minutes.
Okay.
Speaking about coming back and everything like that, we were seeing a lot of lands coming back, especially after COVID and everything. Everything's coming in full swing. Fragadelphia's, Launders Lands. What is it about the land culture that you enjoy so much?
I mean, community aspect, and just seeing people gather around the game, and just like you see the passion for the game in the players, in just the group of people watching the game, even these like tiny little niche storylines. Specifically, I remember back Frag Philadelphia, everyone, look, no hate to the Timbermen, but everyone's cheering against the Timbermen, right? And you can't have that like anywhere else. This tiny little group of people that understands this tiny little thing. You feel real, like you feel part of something when you come to these lands. The sense of community is the biggest part here at these lands for me.
Amazing. Now, you mentioned that you had a little bit of a hiatus there. It's impressive to say this. At 20 years old, you've already done some incredibly large events. You did something like ESL Challenger Atlanta. You've done other things, and you've made making a bunch of content last year as well. What's the next big thing that you want to achieve?
Big commentary event. Make more YouTube video. Done.
Done. Perfect. Short and sweet, man. That's perfect. And then following up on that, then it's going to be a busy year this year with all the events happening, and everything. What are you doing to try and keep the balance with all the stuff you want to do and kind of just your personal life?
Wow. There's had to be a lot of sacrifices made to the personal life, whether it just be like hanging out with friends or just like just being a part of the culture overall. I'm 20, and now I feel like I'm growing up a little bit, just like with the rest of us. You gotta work, and when you work, you don't have time for everything. You can't game 24/7. You can't hang out with friends online 24/7. I haven't been spending a lot of time with family. I kind of did a lot of that catching up on the holidays. But yeah, I'm like 20 years old now. I'm running out of free time, and it's starting to put my head down and become a business. And I'm growing up as a person while doing commentary, while casting as well. So it's part of growing up.
Great. Last question for you. We are on day 2, quarterfinals and all that. We saw Lake was here last year. You mentioned M80. He was, plays Launders Lan 1. then goes, plays with M80, big star now all of a sudden, doing all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Who have you seen here so far that might be that next? They were at Launders Lan too, and now they're hitting it big.
So specifically, this player Gone, he's playing on Lycus Empire currently, an advanced roster 9 and 6. I think he made a big splash just last year. I think he was playing deep into ESEA Advanced, didn't quite make relegation, kind of fell back in the scene. If he comes through with a really big performance, obviously NRG are the big dogs here, so tough opponent to overcome. But if he makes a stamp, if he gets a bit inspired, I feel like he could definitely be a player who's next up here in North America.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for the interview. Best of luck with the rest of the casting today, and that's going to be it for this interview.